Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and the fine folks at Wizards of the Coast HQ are quick to remind us that they believe the most fun part of Magic the Gathering is opening packs. And whether you believe that's right or wrong, we are going to be celebrating pack opening today with what is my largest pack opening of the year. And each and every one of these packs was obtained by me on this account for free. Arena certainly has a lot of ways to gather and utilize free resources, and believe me when I tell you, I try and make a good use of every single one of them. In fact, I have said for years that being free to play on Arena is not only possible, it's fairly easy and robust compared to many other online games. But this particular time around, I was able to pick up a pre-order pack bundle containing 50 packs of Edge of Eternities, 5 golden packs, as well as an assortment of cosmetics. And I did this with no out-of-pocket cash, instead utilizing designated funds from a variety of digital rewards programs like Google Opinion Rewards, Missed Play, and of course the Google Store system. I have talked about these reward programs before, and as such I'm not going to spend any time talking about them here again. But if you are interested in learning more, there is a link down in the description to a short going into a bit more detail about how these programs work and how they can benefit you on Arena. Additionally, if you decide you would like to be taking advantage of rewards programs like this, you can support the Stronghold by using the referral links in the description below to sign up. This can be a great way to support the Stronghold without spending any money out of your pocket to do so. And in fact, you're going to earn rewards. But without further ado, let's take a look at all of these packs that we will be playing for the next 2.5 years in Standard. Alright, so we got a lot of packs to open. I cleared out the older packs. We're just going to focus on Edge of Eternities as the new set. And then, of course, we'll do some golden packs. So let's kick it off here. We'll just do a reveal all. World Sire, pretty good. Sliver Overlord, love to see that. A Rust Harvester hasn't done as much as I would have hoped, but it is definitely a thing. We've got the Siriema. Yeah, that's how I'm going to say that. We got a Creeping Tar Pit from the bonus sheet. That's really nice. The Reclaimer doing some things. Hard Light Containment, which I think is not worth the hype. Loading Zone could be a thing. We'll have to see how that goes. Anti-Causal Vestige. This is an absolute must, I think, for every player out there. And the Charm, the Triple Black Charm. And a Moonlit Meditation. Okay, that's interesting. Do we get any uncommons here? Survey Mechan, that's a nice thing. The Scoutlander's pretty cool. Godmaw is a very serviceable thing. Even down to All-Fate Stalker, pretty darn nice. I don't really expect there to be a lot of juice in the commons, although Cryogenic Relic is going to be memorable. Virus Beetle. That's the last one of those I really have to open because I think I already have 4. Maybe that's not how that works in commons and uncommons. We'll see, I guess. So let's continue on here. We got a lot to do. Quantum Riddler, maybe the best mythic in the set. The Ice Till Explore, Pain for All is an interesting little janky combo sort of thing. Synthesizer Lab Ship, I think this is the basis for a good budget deck. We'll talk about that later on in the season, once we get a little testing under our belt. Lotus Field, not bad. Sunborn is a really played card at the moment. Another Vestige, that's great. Terrain Generator, all right, not bad. Blinkmoth Nexus, one of those cards from the way back machine. Thrumming Hide Pool, I love to see that. Ooh, an Ouroborid. Gotta love that. Donsire, the meme card of the set. Infinite Guidelight Station, welcome to Commander. And, well, Pinnacle Emissary is actually seeing some play in Pioneer. On the rare occasions that people actually play Pioneer. Let's see here, what else we got? I think we move on, yeah. Ooh, a Mythic Wildcard and a Dominion Bracelet. I'll let you guess which one of those I'm actually excited about. Starwinder, okay. Biotech Specialist, I think this is a card that is going to see some play. Might even be budget noteworthy. We'll have to see. Seer Bondum, another potential goodie. Bioengineered Future, okay, we'll see what that does. High Market, not bad. And there's our Sledge class Seed Ship. Alright. Down to 61 packs. One of the planets, this one, the blue one, the Endstone, which I think is a great card for something like Commander, maybe even Brawl. But I can't see this in Standard Constructed. Starforge, great. Endless Sands, sure. What else we got here? A Blast Zone, that's pretty cool. And Lily Class Frigate, that's another one of those that's easy to pick up from Jump In, so hopefully you end up with a play set of that very easily. Swarm Yard, I think, has some potential. Insect, Rats, Spider, and Squirrels. If only we had a set getting ready to get released that was going to be heavily influenced by spiders. Let's see here. What else we got going on? The Zenith, the White Planet. Consult the star charts. Frenzy Baloth. This is Amalgam. I'm not sure about Terminal Velocity. I think that's like the real dud here. Infinite Guidelight Station, that's kind of a dud too. And Terror Symbiosis could do a thing. I'm just not sure where that deck's at yet. It's missing something. The Be My +1, it's just not there. And I think it's the absence of a good Signpost Uncommon for the archetype. I think it's just missing that. Tezzeret in the house. Nesting Grounds, pretty cool. Vocalist is a card that's seeing some play. I don't know. I'm not excited about it yet. I could be in the wrong on that, most certainly. Down to 30. Let's do it here. The Green Land, the Black Land, Reflecting Pool, and Hissing Quandary, Quagmire, not a Quandary. So starting off with some decent lands there. Weapons Manufacturing, this is the other half of the meme for the set. Genomorph Imago, I'm not sure, but this is going to be a thing. If Simic gets to be a deck, this is going to be a big part of any budget version of that. The Explorer is another card that I think just needs to find a place. It hasn't found a home just yet. Singularity Rupture. This is one of those cards that is going to make waves. It absolutely is. I think 0 Point Ballad is kind of overrated, particularly in a limited. Raging Ravine is pretty darn nice. Cosmogorph is, yeah, this one's for the chops, guys. Don't build with this. Just don't do it. Save your wildcards. Let's see, what else we got? Our last 10 pack burst here on the primary account. Dust Bowl, very nice. Tanook, formerly of the North, because, you know, lots of planets have North. Biotech Specialist, gotta love that. Beyond the Quiet, okay. Lava Claw Reaches, I love getting that. Love the bonus sheet stuff. Oh, that is another Raging Ravine. I thought that was like 2 in the same burst. I was like, how weird is that? But yeah, actually that's 3 manlands in this. Nova Hellkite, that's going to make some waves. And some flames and cinders. And now we got a single pack. Let's do it. And Beyond the Quiet. Okay, that's not my style of card, but a good card nonetheless. Before we go on to open the golden packs for this season, many of you will already be aware of why I was holding golden packs for more than a full season. But for those that aren't, I've got a short for you linked in the description below that will go into more detail and help you understand the strategy so that you can utilize it yourself in the future. All right, here we are back on the primary account to open up some golden packs. I've got 17 on my primary account because I've been saving those for, well, almost 2 full seasons. Because they're worth more after a rotation than they are before, generally speaking. So let's open up the first 10 and talk about what we got here. Also, make note, you want to open your golden packs after your regular packs. It's a small difference, but you are more likely to get more stuff and better stuff by doing it this way. Trust me, it's a lot of math involved. But let's just open up 10 packs and see what we get. A lot of mythics there. Several from the brand new set. That's always a nice little treat here. There's an Overlord of the Behemoth. That's an older card that we can be pretty excited about. Vivian Reed from Foundations. My first Sephiroth. It has been a rough road. I think this might actually be my 4th Ouroborite, which is pretty darn cool. Another Overlord, that's a good thing. Doubling Season, Sire of the 7 Deaths, got to love that. Frenzied Baloth, I think that card has some future to talk about for sure. My first copy of Ultima, that's okay. Wick, the World Mind, okay. Revenant is pretty nice. I wish it put these in some kind of order. Dual lands, always good. A Mardu Siegebreaker, I had been waiting on one of those. We finally got there. All right, let's do the next 7, shall we? Another Tezzeret, another White Overlord, a Tanook, formerly of the North. First Yuna, that's pretty cool. Omniscience, the card I don't really ever want to play. Let's see here, Bloodthirsty Conqueror. I'm probably getting pretty close to like having a playset of that to do the absurd combo. Speaking of absurd combos, Biotech Specialist, Afterburner Expert. Consult the star charts if I ever decide to play some kind of like blue-white control. That'll certainly be a help there. Count on luck. I don't think I will, Arena. Thank you very much. So I think that is all for this account. Yes, it is. And before we go, I really want to take a moment to thank my patrons for their months of continuous and reliable support here at the Stronghold. It's this kind of support that really gives me the confidence to make investments in the Stronghold, despite the fact that I'm investing money out of pocket month after month. But thank you guys. This means so much and allows me to do so much for the community. And of course, I have some suggestions for some additional content right here on the Stronghold.